Alright, this is WILSHOCKER playing more Final Fantasy XIV. Whirlweb. Ah, well, it is good to see you on your feet again. You are recovered? Then let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business, then. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartano and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we have faced our past. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartano. These letters contain the details of said proposal. I'm going to write down Battle of Cartano, because that is looking pretty important. And I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions. A quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation to the city-states of Gridania and Ul'dah. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. An airship? An airship pass, to be used at your discretion. Ma'am, this is my hand. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge, but before you depart, I suggest you trouble Badaron for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well traveled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There were other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. Your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. Finally gonna make it to the first dungeon! Rain Starfall. Cool. Whew! Back from a meeting with the Admiral, are ya? Personal bleeding envoy. So you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance. Bugger me. I knew you was going up in the world, but I didn't realize you'd get that bloody eye. I'm proud of you, lad. Thinking of how far you've come. Why, it is enough to bring a tear to me eye. Ain't that? And that ain't the ale talking either. Well, not just the ale at any rate. Bless the navigator for steering you my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship past and the Oliver Yorzi is laid out before you like a fair maid on a feather bed. And she's a big girl too, with plenty of enticing looking nooks and crannies. If you think us Leminzander characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania or trade coins with the crafty merchants of Ulda. And there's the wild places where the beasties rule, and no bugger with an ounce of sense sets foot. Jesus. But you're a adventurer, so I wouldn't let a little thing like that hold you back. Of course, it ain't all exploring. You know what the best part of moving on to the rest of the world is? I won't have to listen to your fucking ass. There's an heap o' troubles what plagues every nation, see. Tain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen and their goddamn primals. There's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. I swear, if I see one more fucking person with a goddamn accent. I fucking hate these accents, man. But I'll wager there's bugger all out there as you can't handle. Summit tells me you're going to be just fine. Great, thank you. Can I go? The realm's at it rough, 'tis true, but folk are beginning to recover from the beat in the calamity dealt 'em. Call me an hopeless optimist, but it wouldn't take much to turn things around. The perfect time for a adventurer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. What are you waiting for? Wait for you to shut the fuck up is what I'm waiting for, man. Jesus Christ. God, some of this is really rough. Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. Thank you for not having a goddamn apostrophe after every fucking word. Wait, aren't you that famous adventurer? It's WILSHOCKER, isn't it? I thought I recognized you. You're an inspiration to us all, sir. Highwind Skyways is at your disposal. Will you be traveling with us today? Uh-huh. Jesus Christ. I've never crashed out so hard on video before. Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Gridani is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. Good fortune to you, Will. You say you one more time. Stop talking. You walk in the light of the crystal. Stop talking. I'm so tired of this guy. What the? Castle Osida.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great meat guard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worlds, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
Wow, that is new. I did not see that before. Holy moly.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland. Soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Ah, you must be the envoy from Lens of Lamenza. Welcome to Gardania, sir. The Elder Seed Seer awaits your arrival. Drowned City. Okay. So now there is a new city unlocked. Greetings, good sir. You are the Lamenza envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself with the Conjurer at Nafika's altar. She'll admit you to the Lotus Sand where the Elder Seed Seer awaits. Okay, before I do any of this story stuff, I'm gonna take care of all the side objectives. Errol has noticed a rare bit of excitement within the serene city-state and will share with you what he knows. I make no secret about my disinclination towards Gridanians, as you may know, but I just saw a rare sight that I would be remiss not to share with a fellow adventurer. Just over yonder in the Acorn Orchard, I saw a comely maiden, New to these benign parts, I'd wager. Dancing with a gaggle of younglings. 'Twas a dance I'd not seen before, and I've seen my fair share. Do they perhaps ready themselves for some fresh rite? After so much doom and gloom, I shouldn't mind the day of merrymaking. Just the thought excites me. Would you see what it's all about? An adventurer, precisely what we needed. Not a moment ago, we dispatched our newest recruit, Artur, to inspect Miketo's amphitheater. Regrettably, the young hero has more spirit than sense, and he charged off without his tools. Suffice it to say, he won't be getting any work done. Would you be so kind as to deliver them to him? Wonderful. Seek out Luhilik at the Acorn Orchard behind the atrium. He should have Artur's tools. What is this? Welcome to the Carpenters Guild. We are the artisans who take wood and grant it new form and purpose as the archer's bow, the lancer's spear, and the novice's shield. If carpentry holds any appeal, you should consider joining our guild. Might you be interested in learning the ways of woodworking? Wonderful. Now before we proceed, I think it only right that we acquaint you with our guild's storied past. Since the founding of Gridania, we have built our homes and crafted our weapons from the trees of the Twelves Wood. As our nation grew and prospered, the woodworker's repertoire expanded to encompass a greater variety of articles. The carpentry developed into an art. This is how people are supposed to speak. My God. At first, there was no association of carpenters. Each individual worked and sold his services independently. However, the advent of watermills meant that more efficient construction methods were needed, along with formalized maintenance regimes, all of which necessitated organization. The Carpenters Guild was founded to oversee the operation of watermills and promote cooperation between woodworkers. Now, I must mention at this point that we owe much and more of our prosperity to the Great Worm Growery. Great Worm Growery. Thanks to the hard-working botanists, we are blessed with the finest lumber in Eorzea. This confluence of ideal circumstances allowed us to provide all manner of goods and services to the people of Gridania. My apologies, that was rather longer than I intended. Still, I trust you have a great understanding of our guild. We expect our members to drink deep of the collected wisdom that the guild has amassed over the course of its history, to actively seek an understanding of wood and the techniques required to work it, rather than simply waiting to be taught. I'm so glad there's no more freaking pirates with pirate accents, man. I was so sick of that. Oh, man. We expect, in short, nothing less than total commitment to the craft. Everybody here speaks English. If you wish to start down this path, speak to me once more. I shall explain to you the enrollment process. Would you like to learn more about the enrollment process? Accept. Wonderful. I should mention at this point that the Timber Master beats and assesses all would-be apprentices personally, so you'll need to obtain his approval before you begin. Timber Master Beaton can be a harsh and unforgiving man, but if you love the craft and have the will to learn, you can ask for no better tutor. He is, quite simply, the finest carpenter in Gridania. Of course, it will take you some time and no small amount of effort to comprehend the full extent of his teachings, but you may rest assured that he will not lead you astray. That said, when you meet him, I would advise you to choose your words carefully and resist the urge to run away. Another green adventurer come to play with saws? Well then, I suggest you first speak with the... Oh, you've met with Korg, have you? That as well, but know that the decision to initiate you into the guild rests with me. Tell me, adventurer, do you mind to devote yourself to the art of carpentry? The look on your face bespeaks its determination, or mayhap trapped wind. Still, you look strong enough to hold a saw, and if your resolve is indeed genuine, I give you leave to remain, for the time being. However, you are useless to me in your current state. You are as a seedling, some potential perhaps, but no more like to thrive than perish. Experience is what you require, boy, and I shall give you the means to acquire it. And take this saw. It is old, yes, but sharp as needs be. Now, prove to me you are not completely incompetent by taking up your new tool. Once you have done so, present yourself to me for inspection. Carpenter. Another one? Good. You have proven that you know how to grip a saw, but do not mistake it for a mere tool, for it is a part of you, of your arm, and you can put down... Can you put down your arm? Can you put down part of your arm? No. Mark me then, if you do put it down and worse lose the bloody thing, I shall use mine own saw to demonstrate to you the pain of losing a limb. But I jest. One-armed carpenters are scarcely half as useful in my experience. In any case, merely holding a saw does not make you a carpenter, whatever some may think. You must become one with it and learn to feel it as you work the wood. To wit, you must know the wood. Demonstrate your knowledge by bringing me a length of maple lumber. Maple lumber is made from maple logs, just so. Our man Furl by the entrance will furnish you with such logs for a nominal price. Of course, any fool knows that fresh-cut logs are laden with water. To guard against decay, use wind charters to hasten the natural drying process. Do not forget to do the same. Okay, got it. Maple log. As I mentioned before, Ferriol has maple logs in his stock as well as many other materials you may require. Or if you're ready, show me what you've brought. I feel it. The wood tells all. There were no careless cuts. Saw and carpenter moved as one, as if dancing. Do you see this grain, how it flows softly like syrup? Durable yet pliant, suitable for weapons and armor both. This child is maple. Trace the grain with your fingertips and memorize the lines. Consider every characteristic when choosing your materials. That is what it means to know the wood. The maple lumber you've brought me is acceptable. You have passed the first test. Yet for all it has grown, your knowledge is still lacking. You must needs learn more. A true carpenter knows the qualities and uses of every tree in the forest. When you know the lines of the maple better than those upon your own hand, return to me. I shall have another test for you until then. Until then, child. Level 5, got it.